A very good morning to all. Today we'll start with a new chapter, chapter number 4, and the name of the chapter is the Vedic Age. So in the previous chapter we discussed about the Indus Valley civilization, and this civilization ended around 1500 BCE. And we also discussed the different reasons for the decline of this civilization. And one of the main reasons was the foreign invasions, that is the Aryan invasion. So we can say that by this time a new group of people, that is the Aryans, they arrived northwest India. Originally the Aryans, they lived somewhere in steppes that stretched from southern Russia to Central Asia. So here steppes is a large area of flat forested grassland. So it is believed that the Aryans, they lived in the steppes stretching from southern Russia to Central Asia, and from here they migrated to northwest of India, and that's why they are known as the Indo-Aryan. And here the people, they spoke Indo-European languages, and from which later Sanskrit was emerged. So kids, who are the Indo-Aryans? They are the group of people who came from Central Asia, who spoke similar language and who settled in India. So by 1500 BCE, the Indo-Aryans, they created small herding and agricultural community across the India, and they started to spread their empire. Now let's see the early Indo-Aryan site. And here the period of Indo-Aryan was known as the Vedic period, and this period is divided into two divisions, that is early Vedic period and the later Vedic period. So we will be studying this in detail. So here from the geographical information given in Rig Veda, which is one of the oldest Veda, it appears that the early Indo-Aryan people were familiar with the Western India and Punjab, and this was known as the land of 7 rivers or the Sapta Sindhu region. So this was about the early Vedic period, and later the people, they started moving towards southeastward, that is in the northern part of India, and they settled down in Kurukshetra, where the river Ganga and Yamuna flows, and this northern part of India was known as the Aryavarta, or the land where the Aryans settled. So this was about the early Indo-Aryan site. Now here in page number 33, you can see a timeline. It shows the beginning of the early Vedic period around 1500 BCE and the beginning of the late Vedic period around 1000 BCE. Now we know so much about the Aryans, and this is because we read about them in the Vedas, and the Vedas are the most important source of information about the Aryans. Here the Vedas have helped the historians to know more about the Indo-Aryan people. So the question is, what do you understand by the Veda? The Veda is derived from the Sanskrit word, that is Vid, which means wisdom and knowledge, and it is a collection of poems, hymns and short compositions, and earlier it was composed orally. There are 4 Vedas in all. You can see here the 4 Vedas. They are the Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajurveda Veda and the Atharva Veda. So we will discuss them one by one. Here the first one is the Rig Veda, and it is the oldest Veda, and it contains about 1028 hymns called Suktas, meaning well said. This Rig Veda is supposed to have been composed about 3500 years ago, that is between 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE, and this period is known as the early Vedic period. Now it contains hymns praising different Vedic gods like Agni, Indra and Varuna. It also contains many other hymns that are dedicated to goddesses Usha and Aditi. And here recently the Rig Veda has been included by UNESCO in the list of literature signifying World Human Heritage. That means memory of the world. So the next one is the Sam Veda, and it contains hymns sung by a special class of priests and purohit during important religious ceremonies and rituals. The third one is the Yajur Veda, and it contains the rules that are meant to be followed during performing different religious ceremonies and rituals. The fourth one is the Atharva Veda, and it is a collection of songs, spells and magical charms to keep us away from the evil spirit. So this was about the 4 Vedas, that is the Rig Veda, the Sama Veda, the Yajur Veda and the Atharva Veda. The last 3 Vedas were composed during 1000 BCE to 600 BCE, and this period is known as the later Vedic period. And originally the Vedas were composed orally, and after several hundred years later it was written in different manuscripts. So this was about the 4 Vedas. Next, let's discuss about the Vedic age. And here the period when the Vedas were written and composed and when the Vedic way of life established is known as the Vedic age. And this period roughly lasted somewhere between 1500 BCE to 600 BCE, and it is divided into 2 major parts, that is the early Vedic period which lasted between 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE, and the second one is the later Vedic period which lasted between 1000 BCE to 600 BCE. So this was the division of the Vedic age. Now let's discuss them one by one. Here the Rig Veda is the source that provides most of the information about the early Vedic period. And let's discuss the political life of early Vedic period. Here the Aryan society was divided into different tribes, and these tribes were known as Jana, and each tribe had its own leader, and the leader was known as the Rajan, and the Rajan was usually elected on the basis of his bravery and his ability to lead his tribe during war or raids, and this means that the position of Rajan was not hereditary, and the Rajan also protected his tribe people from the enemies. He also maintained law and order and offered prayers on the behalf of his tribe people, and he was also assisted by priests and purohits and also by the assembly of elected leaders, that is known as Sabha and the Samati. So here the Sabha was an assembly of elected people and Samati was the entire tribe, and here everyone were free to give his or her opinion on any matter. Here, in addition to the Rajans, priests and purohits were regarded more important than the rest of the tribe, and the priest and the purohit, they helped Rajan and the common people of the tribe in performing religious rituals. And the last group was of Senani. Here the Senani are the people who helped Rajan in the military campaign and wars. So this was about the political life of early Vedic Indo-Aryan people. Next we will discuss about the economic life of the early Vedic people. Here the main occupation was agriculture and cattle rearing, and the main agricultural products that they cultivated were wheat, barley and cotton, and they also had herds of domesticated animals like cows, bulls, oxen, horses, sheep, goats and dog. Here, the cow was considered to be very precious and it was considered the main source of wealth. So, we can say that the early Vedic people, they were the farmers, potters, weavers, carpenters, tanners, chariot makers and jewelers. And here, the chariot makers had a high status in the society. So, this was about the economic life of the early Vedic people. Next, let's discuss about the social life of the early Vedic people. Here, the society was divided into three main occupational groups, that is the warriors, priests and the common people. And the first two groups were the privileged groups. And here in the beginning, members of the same family were allowed to take different occupations, and this is quite clear in the hymns from the Rig Veda, where it says that I am a poet, my father is a physician and my mother is a grinder of corn. So, this says that the member of the same family could follow different occupations. The basis of the early Vedic society was the family, which was patriarchal. That means the head of the family was the father and he was known as the Grihapati, and several families formed a gram and village. Here, marriage and family life was considered sacred and monogamy was practiced. So, based on the skills or the works of the people, the society was divided into four distinct castes and varnas, and they are the Brahmins, that is the priest who performed worship for the welfare of the king and the people. The second group was of Kshatriyas or the warriors who protected the people from enemies. The third group was of Vaishya, comprised of common people, that is the merchants, traders and the farmers. And the fourth group was of Shudras or menial workers, that means especially the domestic servants. And there was another class of people which was known as Dasas. The group of Dasas consisted of slaves, servants and enemy captors. And mostly they were probably the descendants of Harappan people and they served their Aryan masters. And here the children were sent to Gurukuls where they lived and studied with their guru or teachers. And there they studied about religion, philosophy, art, logic, medicine, grammar and moral code of conduct. Here, moral code of conduct means the basic principle of life like truthfulness, honesty, integrity and so on. And here, during this period, the people they ate grains, cereals, barley, fruits, vegetables and meat. And they were also very fond of dairy products such as milk, ghee and cottage cheese. They also consumed soma and sura on festive occasion. Here, soma was prepared by mixing herbs and plants, and sura was a kind of liquor. So, this was about the social life of early Vedic period. Now, next let's discuss about the religious life. Here in the early Vedic period, the common mode of worshipping God was reciting hymns and prayers, and the people they also performed yagya. They performed yagya to please the gods so that they shower their blessings on them. And at that time there were no temples, no idols and no idol worship. But during this period, the people they worshipped forces of nature represented by Agni, the fire god, Indra, the god of rain and thunder, Varuna, the god of wind, Surya, the sun god, Soma, the god of plants, Prithvi, the god of earth, Yama, the god of death and Usha, the goddess of dawn. So, this was about the religious life of early Vedic people. Now, next let's discuss about the recreation. The Aryans were great sportsmen and their favorite pastime was chariot racing, horse racing, hunting, dancing, playing dice and so on. So, these were some of the features of the early Vedic people. In the next class, we will discuss about the later Vedic period. That's all for today. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.